So it's time for plan B. I thought I would have a chance at taking this old pool that's been abandoned here for over a decade, that's turned into a pond that hasn't been cared for at all, other than me or maybe some other people put water in it. I don't know, I must have. But the only thing that's been done to it is put a little bit of water into it. So I was hoping that I'd be able to build a bog filter and just filter most of the existing water and get it going. Well, no. It's so full of leaf matter and just garbage that I'm abandoning that plan. I spent a lot of time trying to clear out all the junk. I got all these buckets. Apparently my brother was trying to grow plants in there, and he put all these buckets in there full of sand, and they were super heavy and really nasty because there was no circulation in them at all. So I was able to lift some of them out by hand. I got a couple of them out with the tractor. Used this with a hook. There's little ropes on them, and I got a couple of them out. The ropes were strong enough to lift them out with the forks. And I had the camera going, but it was so hot that the camera just quit, overheated. So I guess 110 is a little too hot for the old little camera here. But I got a lot of junk out, but the only way that I'm gonna clear this pool out, and it's gotta be at least 10 feet deep, maybe 12 feet probably, is to drain it and scoop it out by hand with a shovel. That's the only way that I'm gonna be able to get this thing clean. You know, it's just a bunch of leaves and dirt, which maybe not that big a deal for a pond, but it's stagnant, it's stinky, it's nasty. There's been no circulation down there, so it's just, you know, oxygen depleted and complete nastiness. You can just see the gases, whatever they are, coming up, bubbling up. Didn't seem to affect the fish at all. The pond's completely full of fish. You can see them dimpling around out there all over the place now. They handle that no problem. They almost seem to like it. But what I'm gonna do, all right, so I got this 150-gallon stock tank that I was gonna turn into the bog filter, and I still will. But in the meantime, I'm gonna fill it up, get it going, and try to scoop out as many of the fish that I can, and just drain the whole thing. I mean, I had great ideas that I was gonna kind of just keep the pool going because it's so full of life and all that, but it needs to be drained and cleaned. So plan B, we'll get on that. I got to take off, go to Washington, do some filming. You know, if you don't know, okay, what I really do is a fishing show, Angler West TV. And so I was out all last night, filming at night last night, and you know, between that and this, you know, I mean, it's hard to get out here and get this done, especially with the heat, because I can only work in the morning and the evening because it gets really hot here. And you know, it's taken me longer than I want, but we'll get her done. I got it all cleared off. I finally got all the weeds off and the dirt, and that was a big ordeal. I didn't even know it was a big concrete patio over here, but there's a really cool spot there to put a tree. So I got to decide what kind of a tree. In fact, somebody commented on the first video I did on this about that I needed some shade. Like, yeah, I need some shade. This is the hottest place on earth right here. I mean, there's no shade at all until like right now, and it's probably what, 8:30 right now. So, but what kind of a tree? So I was thinking crepe myrtle, maybe, and maybe some bigger shade trees over just outside there, grow up taller. So I don't know if you got suggestions for a type of tree to put near a pond like this. Appreciate that. So that's where we're at now. I got to get a fitting, got to get a valve to put on the bottom of that tank to, you know, keep it from draining, and I'll get this thing drained, get the fish into there, get this thing cleared out, and see where we go from there. So I'm taking off to Washington, do some filming up Rooster Pool for sockeye. If you're into fishing at all, go to Angler West TV on YouTube. It airs on regular television all over the place too, but Angler West TV on YouTube, you can just go there, and if you're into fishing, you might check it out, and please subscribe. And make sure you subscribe to this channel. Got some really interesting things going on. It was nasty. I mean, this thing is nasty. I really struggled to get it to the point where it's at now. But I have a vision, you know. I know what it's going to look like when it's done. So I'd appreciate any help that you can have for me, and have a good one. See you later. Cheers.